excited. Yeah. So let's begin again. Okay. So welcome everyone to Transformative Technology Amman event. And thank you, Paula. Thank you, Abeer, for accepting our invitation. I've been following your work for a while, and I am very excited that you are with us here today. And when Abeer suggested three topics, I did not hesitate to choose activating your heart intelligence as one of the topics. I love this area, and I've been following also heart math work. And I know Abeer, I think she's your practitioner with the heart math. And I just will introduce a little bit about the transformative technology, and then a little bit about Abeer, and then you will take it from there. So transformative technology, for people who don't know, is an NGO that is in the US that is focused on supporting entrepreneurs and innovators who are leveraging technology for mental health, well-being, and joy, and support those entrepreneurs to find funding, feedback, and friends. So we are there are many chapters in different countries and many members around the world. All are focused on building technology for mental health and well-being. And what is special about technology is that it can take things from let's say expand it to a lot of people. So this is very interesting for people who are interested in emotional well-being topics, to use technology in order to leverage it to a bigger number of people. So I also would love to introduce our speaker today, Abeer. She's a Jordanian entrepreneur. She is an innovator, social worker, and applied science professional. She has more than 8 years of recent and relevant experience in the field of artificial intelligence and in-depth knowledge of artificial intelligence techniques, emotion recognition, mood enhancement. She holds several local and regional certificates and awards in heart-brain coherence, applied scientific research and innovation. And she's also founder of Larimar, right? Am I saying it right? Yeah. Larimar Tech. And Abeer, you can take it from here, introduce more about yourself and our interesting topic today. Thank you, Abeer.
Thank you, Rania. Thank you, Paula, for the invitation. Actually, I'm delighted to be with you today, and I'm sure it will be an exciting session regarding activating our heart intelligence. Thanks for the kind introduction. And yeah, I'm working right now as a founder of Larimar, which is an emotion AI based startup. So yeah, let's start our exciting session. I will share my screen.
Yes.
Okay, you see my screen, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, let's first engage together, and let me know, how do you feel on the chat? How do you feel now in the chat? I will start.
I feel excited.
Yeah.
So you can share your answers on the chat.
Add your answers on the chat. Let's see it together. Thank you, Dr. Mai. Anyone else? Yeah, let's explore together. What do you feel? Nice.
What do you feel? Can you read? I feel
good.
Nervous because of
interesting. No worries, Ola. We will learn some techniques about reducing our pressure, because being nervous up to a certain limit while we are studying is normal. But if we if the anxiety increased, it will be affected. It will affect your study. Ragad, I've never heard about the topic, so yeah, nice. Thank you, Ragad. Thank you, Ola. Good. So,
okay.
What is heart intelligence? Let me discuss first about the scope of Larimar. Larimar is an emotion AI-based startup that aims to boost our the use of emotional intelligence while we are interacting with each other or with the machine by integrating an emotional layer in the decision-making process in different use cases like education, customer development, security threat detection, and lately in healthcare and well-being. So we are an emotion AI-based startup enable emotions use through empathized technology and mentoring and coaching. Today's topic is about heart intelligence, how we can activate our heart intelligence. But let's first know more about what is heart intelligence. Heart intelligence is the guiding voice or feelings of the heart. It is also the inner guidance that enables personal balance, coherence, and heart-based connection with others. Coherence meaning when your brain and heart are working together and aligned. They are synchronized together so that you can be in the optimal functioning, and your emotional experiences is very sometimes they call it delicious, or it's very content. So based on that, how we can leverage heart intelligence and how we can build this muscle in ourselves. We can do that by bringing our physical, mental, and emotional systems into coherent alignment, meaning these three systems should be aligned together when they are responding to the surrounding or any situation, whether it is an internal situation or external situation. And we are going now to dig deeper into the overall heart rate variability rhythm based on the emotional experiences that we have through our daily life. As you can see, there is two areas here. The first one is the normal emotional experiences that we have, and there is another area here, which is the outer circle. These are the extreme emotional experiences that we have. Two axes, one of them is related to psychological axis, arousal and balance, and the other one is the physiological variable. Without details of this graph, but I'd like to add to emphasize something related to the segments of the emotions here. As you can see, there is 6 segments, emphasizes the heart rate rhythm for each emotional status. For example, you can see that love and appreciation, there is a rhythmic behavior of our heart rate variability, which means that our heart is in ease. But on the other hand, there is in frustration and resentment, there is arrhythmic behavior of our heart rate variability. And on another note, there is a transition period between any emotional state that is normal and extreme. And these transition period is a very sharp transition period based on a trigger or a threshold. Also, you can see here that there is renewal or depletion areas. Renewal and depletion is associated with the consequences of your emotional status, and on your psychology and your physiological status. Physiological status means that the states that you suffer after, let's say, a trauma or a stress, there is certain variables. There is certain variables and conditions that happens to your autonomic nervous system response. What you can what we can summarize from the whole picture from this graph is that being in a positive, let's say, hyper state or in a renewal state will embrace your heart rate variability rhythm and will provide you with optimal functioning and will provide you also with a great cognitive capabilities. And on the other hand, there is a depletion area where negative hyperstates will affect your status and will affect your optimal functioning, your cognitive capabilities. But this doesn't mean that we will always be in the renewal stage, but it means that you should be aware of all of your states, emotional states, whether in the normal states or in the hyper emotional states. And based on your awareness, you can shift and embrace the renewal states and your positive high arousal of emotional experiences. This is another graph related to our heart rate rhythm. As you can see, there is a frustration area and where our heart rate is arrhythmic, and this affects our, as I mentioned, our cognitive capabilities, our optimal functioning, our performance, our relationships. And after we shift our focus to appreciation, the rhythm of heart rate is much better, and there is a pattern that you can see. This also affects our performance and provide you with a great life experiences. Here is another experiment that is done by HeartMath Institute regarding two female subjects. It's about how our heart rate variability or our energetic communication with others, not only with ourselves, affect others. Because these two subjects are friends and they are contacting with each other with empathy, and they are discussing something that they love. And they found that the heart rate rhythm for each one of them is almost identical with the other, meaning our heart rhythm or heart rate variability and electromagnetic energy, electromagnetic wave that is transferred from one to another is contagious and affects each other. So we did a lot of signals, and we discussed something related to heart rate variability and heart rate and the effect of, yeah.
Yes, excuse me. I just want to check, is everyone experiencing good sound? Because sometimes it gets a little bit weird. All is listening, all is having, is listening in a good way, or are you experiencing good? Okay. So yes, continue. Sometimes it's okay.
So,
yeah, it's from time to time. It's just you know, your sound breaks just you know, every once in a while.
Okay, is it better now?
Much better. Thank you.
Good.
Thank you, Rania.
Good.
Thank you.
No worries. So until now, we just discussed the heart rate variability and the effect of our optimal functioning, cognitive capabilities, the depletion and renewal area, and how our heart rhythm affects not only ourselves and our daily functioning, affects others. Let's discuss more about the techniques that can be used to boost our heart intelligence. The first one is focus breathing, and I mean by focus breathing is not only inhale and exhale. No, it's mainly about focusing your breaths into the area of your heart, just to make sure that there is no noise or thoughts within your mind. This is an efficient way of activating your heart intelligence because it makes you more mindful and more present in the moment. And let's try it now. Just for 1 minute, I will have a reminder. For 1 minute, make sure to do 5 seconds inhale and 5 seconds exhale. And yeah, let's do it for 6 cycles. You have 1 minute.
So just to get sure that everyone understands. So for 1 minute, we will inhale and exhale each time for 5 seconds.
True.
1 minute finishes. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we completed 1 minute. Yeah, any reflection about this exercise? Share it in the chat. What do you feel after focus breathing for 1 minute only?
More relaxed.
Good, nice. Rest, okay. Nice. Nice, Paula. More connected to my body. You are just noticing everything within your body, which is good. Nice, Rasha. Anyone need to add? Okay, this is the state of being present. Being mindful is just like you described, where you are more relaxed, more connected to your body, you feel calm and at rest, at ease. Imagine that this is your, let's say, at least 50% of your daily life. And I don't mean by that is that you are just resting and do a focused breathing without any work or study, but how this will affect your performance and your daily work, and how we can implement this focused breathing in every a situation that we are going through our daily life. For example, Ola, she mentioned that she's studying and she's a little bit nervous about study, which is normal. But if we are studying while we are focusing and breathing in the right way, it will be much easier. And your brain, at the beginning, you will be just, let's say, focused on your breathing only. Then the rhythm of your breathing will be much easier, and it will be super beneficial for your study, because it will be your rhythmic behavior for studying. just like you are feeling your body, you are feeling your study, you are feeling your meeting, you are present within the meeting, you are present with your friends. Practicing such technique is crucial to activate your heart intelligence. And sometimes we need to activate this exercise by just focusing on our breathing, not any other activity, but use this as a tool to breathe well and focus on the activity that you have on hand. This is called something called mindfulness, or being mindful or present in the moment. This is the first technique. The second one is journaling, but with appreciation. It's crucial to have a journal that is related to appreciation, meaning every day you should add 10 things that you appreciative about, like you are in a good health, you are studying a good university, or you are working on yourself, you have a good friend, anything, and be
or
yeah.
even that we're alive in a good health, and things that we take for granted. Yeah,
100%. That's why I mentioned small things and big things. Make sure to be appreciative every day and have an appreciation journal that is just used for practicing appreciation. And you will see how this exercise will boost the good things that happen around you, because you will be more focused about good things. And of course, you will see challenges, but you will see it as a learning lesson, and you will embrace these lessons and make sure you are learning from them. So again, let's use our chat and add 3 things that you are appreciative about in your life right now. I will add mine. Come on, guys. Nice. Nice, Rania.
who else would like to share? يلا ربا.
Anything you would like to share about that you are appreciative about? Start with small things. No need for big things.
يعني شو الأشياء اللي ممتنين إلها؟
Nice, دكتورة مي. Yeah. No, you can add both, Dr. Mai, if you think it's about anyone who's appreciating you. But I think it's better to practice appreciation, which means anything that you are appreciative about. Hola, my network is very weak, so I cannot. Okay, no worries, Hola, no worries. Good health, security, and safety to my family. Nice, Ragat, thank you. Rasha, thank you. Are we always remember these things, and are we journaling these things? Because if you need to know yourself more, you should journal rather than only talk with yourself. Because talking with others and maybe having a dialogue on your mind is good for your mental health, but it's not enough. Journaling is the best way to know yourself and to increase your self-awareness. So make sure that you are journaling in general, whether in a daily basis or in a weekly basis. But for appreciation, have a journal for appreciation, and you will see the impact of appreciation around you and with your network.
Yeah, definitely. I can relate to this. Actually, simple, as you said, simple act like writing is very different from just saying to yourself, yeah, I appreciate one too, because it's like proving to yourself that, okay, I have no excuse to complain. So one thing that I did in addition to a gratitude notebook at home, I made another one at work. Experiencing some difficulties at work lately, so I put that small journal at work, and really it's shifting my emotional state. So yes.
Yeah, nice. True, 100%. Yeah, true. So anyone would like to add in the journaling? Okay, we'll go with the third action. Okay. Yeah. I didn't get it, May.
Okay, hi Abeer.
أهلا.
How are you? I think, yeah. I like this idea of journaling appreciation, but I think, you know, the term in use is not clear enough. Maybe for me only, but maybe for others.
Yeah.
Because appreciation, it's always linked to other people. So I appreciate others, or others appreciate me. So you can put beside appreciation, appreciation of gifts, or appreciation of I think God's gifts, something like that, if you like, if this is the right meaning. This is one. Another thing, I think, to have it well structured and to be really useful for this well-being app, it could be to make it periodically, how in my day I experienced new good things in my life. I discovered that playing with a pet is a nice thing, or I found that the response from a small kid that I give him a sweet makes me happy, or that helping a friend in something, it's really marvelous, and so on. So these daily experiences, and when we start to focus on these good things happening to us or with others on daily basis, we make our diary rich of many good things and thoughts that we can revise it from time to time, and get the same good feeling when we you know, link it to our daily experience. Yeah. Okay. What do you think?
True, 100%. Yeah, true, 100%. Thank you, Mai. And yeah, you are right. By the way, journaling your appreciation is about being appreciative about your life experiences, whether is someone that you like is smiling now, one of your friends have a birthday and you have and you bring a gift for him or her. It's any delightful action or experience that you have, and based on these experiences, whether it's a small or big experiences, you can add it to expand and maximize the appreciation that you have on a daily basis. And yeah, you are right. It's the impact of appreciation will be much larger if we do it in a structural way, in a daily manner. That's why I mentioned that it would be great to have a journal and to do it on a daily basis before or after we go to sleep. It would be great to have these notes, 10 notes or 10 appreciation notes to revisit the emotional status of appreciation. And this will, as you mentioned, this will make us more in optimal functioning, meaning your performance, whether you are going to sleep or you are going to a meeting or you are engaging with others, it will be much better. And it's contagious, by the way, as you mentioned, May and Rania. Any small action that we do with others and we are appreciated from, or vice versa, it will affect our internal world and our external world. It's just a matter of time, but the internal world will be affected directly, because we will feel better after any appreciation. And that's why, and this is the key, feeling better is a good is the aim of embracing and leverage and boosting our heart intelligence. Thank you, May. Another note here, yeah. Thank you, May. Okay, the third action that can be used to increase your heart intelligence is to shift your focus. Meaning, we have a lot of thoughts in our minds. Maybe some of these thoughts are blocking us, and some of them are enabling us to do something we like. For example, if my thoughts is if I have a thought of I'm enough or this situation will pass, it's enabling thoughts. Well, and these thoughts will build an enabling dialogues in our head, which is great. But on the other hand, if we have blocking beliefs or blocking thoughts, like I can't, my job sucks, and I'm tired, I know these are thoughts that we will have through our day. It's not a problem to have such thoughts, rather than being aware of these thoughts and monitor our thoughts, be aware of the blocking thoughts that we have, and are we building on these thoughts so that we have a blocking dialogue in our heads, and this will affect, of course, our relationships, our performance, our productivity, whether we are studying, whether we are in a meeting, whether we are contacting with others. So make sure to shift your focus and be aware of the thoughts that you have, and be aware of the blocking beliefs or the blocking thoughts, and if they are many, let's say, dialogues that are building around these thoughts. And to do that in a practical manner, just count your thoughts daily. Have a daily count on your about your thoughts, and make sure these thoughts are blocking or enabling thoughts. For example, sorry, I'm enough is an enabling thought. I can't is a blocking thought. So count the thought that you have in mind. And counting thoughts implies being aware of your thoughts, which means we should be mindful, just like the inaction item that I mentioned in the first slide. Then make sure that you are not working on or building dialogues around blocking thoughts. So if my job sucks, I will, if I'm not aware about this blocking thought, I will complete the dialogue that my boss hates me, or my boss has a bias around me. And this dialogue will increase and increase, and you will notice that any action that he or she do for you. And this is something that affects our relationships and culture within the organization. So it starts with shift your focus and make sure that these thoughts are not blocking thoughts, and we are not building on these thoughts. Okay, I will share with you just to keep know how we can activate this action. I will share an a blocking thought, let's say, and an enabling thought, and you can share with me the same, okay? Okay, for blocking, so for enabling thoughts, enabling and blocking thoughts, maybe I have a lot to do today, so I'm a little bit overwhelmed. So share with me what's your an enabling thought and a blocking thought that you have in mind now. I just shared mine in the chat. Having enabling thoughts and blocking thoughts is normal, but how many enabling thoughts and blocking thoughts ratio we have, and are we building dialogues around these thoughts, and what are the effects of these thoughts on our daily life? Nice, nice, Rania. Nice, Rania.
Okay.
Nice. Nice. Nice, Ragad Ruba. Being aware of these thoughts is great because you can cope with these thoughts and work on it. But as I mentioned, without being aware of these thoughts, we cannot work on it, right? So the first thing to do regarding shift your focus is being aware and present in the moment so that you can know your thoughts, write these thoughts, and make sure that you can cope with the blocking thoughts by having structured enabling thoughts with its dialogue. Nice, Rania. By the way, you should read about originals, and Adam Grant, he talked about procrastinators and how originals are procrastinators, by the way. So yeah, it's a good treat, by the way, Rania.
What's the name?
Originals, Adam Grant, a book called Originals, one of the greatest books, actually. Adam Grant, Originals.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, Ragad. Thank you. Nice. Yeah, I will write it now. Okay. Originals by Adam Grant. Sorry. By the way, this guy is one of the, he's a psychologist and he's one of the best. He has a lot of books related to psychology. Yeah. Anyone who would like to add blocking or enabling beliefs? By the way, guys, inshallah, by the end of the webinar, I will send to Rania and to the mailing list some resources that you can benefit from, and feedback survey about the webinar. So I will include originals and other resources related to hard math, just for your kind reference, inshallah.
Thank you, Abeer. Interesting. We'll be waiting.
Inshallah. Okay, so I think okay. fourth action that can be done to boost your heart intelligence is having a self-care tool. Self-care tool is a technological tool that is used just like a coach. It's a coach in your pocket. And we have at Larimar our healthcare and well-being application that is called the Well Shift app, or in Arabic, نحو العافية. It's an application that is that is associated with your wearable or can work alone, and uses cognitive behavioral therapy and biofeedback procedure to detect your emotional status, define your well-being or your stress level and resilience, and based on that, what is the effect on performance, productivity, and provide you with action items to cope with tough emotions. So it's the whole journey of coaching, just using a mobile app that can work alone again or associated or connected with your wearable. This is the journey that we are providing. And by the way, it will be launched, inshallah, by November. Yeah, the resilience level, heart rate variability, and there is an action item here related and check-in. There is grade for emotions.
I was asking that the sound is not clear. Can you repeat what you said? She's talking about, can you, if you would like, anyone is experiencing difficulty in sound, or it's just Ruba? Okay, Abeer, anyway, you can, in a short way, repeat about the Will Shift tool.
Okay. Let's go again here. Okay, Well Shift is one of the tools that can be used to boost your heart intelligence. And Well Shift is categorized under the self-care tools, meaning it's just like a coach in your pocket. The idea of Well Shift is to provide you with a personal coach based on your rhythmic behavior. And it's friendly to use because it's associated with your wearable or can work alone through a set of assessments. But how it's built, it is built based on cognitive behavioral therapy and biofeedback procedures, in addition to providing a gamified journey for the user in order to be a playful journey. The idea of Well Shift is to identify your emotional status based on your vital signs and a set of assessments, which is questions, multiple choice questions and narrative questions, and then provide you with the emotional status, the resilience level, and a check-in with action items to cope with tough emotions. I mean with action items, the material or the transformational material that can be used to provide you or equip you with the knowledge and information to cope with this tough emotion based on your rhythmic behavior. Because at the end of the day, if the advice or the knowledge is not provided at the right time, it will be not adequate for anyone who suffers from a stressful situation. That's why having a coach in your pocket will be great, especially for acute stress management. At the end of the day, after having such coach in your pocket, you will be the threshold of coping will be increased for you, and you will be equipped with tools to boost your life experience in general. Again, this journey is crucial for every one of us. the internal journey. I mean the journey within ourselves, the journey that what we are, what we like or dislike, who we are, what are our core values. These all our internal these things formulate the overall journey of ourselves that can embrace and boost our heart intelligence. So until now, we discussed heart intelligence, which is one of the steps that we developed through our model at Larimar. We have a journey that we called Hero's Journey. This journey consists of 6 steps. Heart intelligence is one of them. Other step is self-discovery journey, meaning it includes questions and assessments related to who you are and what do you like or dislike, what are your beliefs, and building your emotional agility muscle, which means what matters the most for you, and does these things serve you or not. Are you agile while you are talking about challenges, or are you agile in general in your life challenges? And there is a step related to building a wise mindset. Wise mindset is the intersection between rational and emotional mindset, meaning there is a rational mindset in each one of us, but in a certain percentage, and emotional mindset with a certain percentage. So we are maybe go with our decisions based on our emotions or based on our on data and analysis. But having both mindset together is will be cost effective and will be sufficient for solving any problem. And last, building your drawing your trajectory, which means the path that you would like to go through in the future, starting from your trajectory now, and having your and knowing and building your edge. Your edge is your singularities, your basic codes, the things that you are very special on it, and how you can cultivate these things. The overall journey goal is to build a coherent environment, meaning an environment that is constructive, that embraces diversity, and that can help individuals to innovate and be creative. And this will also build a resilient individuals who can cope with tough situations, individuals who can be a good support system to others and to the environment. So these are the steps that we have at Larimar that we developed our research on, and our WellShift app that will be available inshallah in November. But through this journey, there is a lot of reward and learning lessons. One of the amazing reward that we have is building authentic relationship with like-minded people. So through this journey, I had the chance to build authentic relationships with people whom learn from until now, and we have endless talks. So this is something that is irreplaceable. And another reward is related to building a sustainable growth strategies. Being able to be connected with our authentic selves and equipped with knowledge and science and state-of-the-art science and technology helped us at Larimar and me personally to build a muscle of strategic growth that is helping me in a personal and professional level. And the third one is harnessing a state-of-the-art technology and science, because the science behind Larimar or the research that we've done through the last 3 years, and before that through my master thesis, is related about neuroscience, psychology, cognitive behavioral therapy, and heart-brain coherence, in addition to biofeedback procedures and many others. These sciences and technology combined together to augment people's life is a great add to my personal life and the network around me. So it's actually a massive reward, and I'm super grateful that I have the chance to be exposed in such technology and science, alhamdulillah. These are the again, it was not it was exciting journey, but it has a lot of learning lessons and challenges, setbacks that we faced. But I will leave you with 3 learning lessons that I learned through this journey. One of them is related to raising your capital, meaning make sure that you are seeking knowledge and seeking support from others, because you cannot do it alone. And I mean by capital is your social capital, your social capital, your friends, your support system, your intellectual capital, which is your knowledge, your competencies, your cultivated competencies, your skills that you are working on. And have a mentor or mentors. Being able to connect with mentors who are aligned with your personal and professional goals and values is super essential, because mentors simplify your path to success. And mentors are different from your instructors or advisors, because there is a personal connection between your values as a mentors. Another thing to add related to learning lessons is always be reflective. Reflective, doing a reflection in a daily basis is just like journaling. It will boost your knowledge about yourself. It will make you in a learning mode always. It will provide you with an honest feedback about your journey and others' journey. So make sure to be reflective, because we cannot learn from the mistake without reflecting on the mistake. Yeah, and I'd like to leave you with some tips related to the idea of activating heart intelligence. Again, raise your self-awareness and self-knowledge. Make sure to know yourself before anything else. Make sure to be reflective. Make sure to embrace your weaknesses or challenges, your circumstances, to start work on your strengths. And raising your self-awareness is a journey, and you will be navigating this journey in your whole life. So make sure that you are in a learning mode always. And again, believe in your own capacity to cope. If each one of us believe that we have a capacity to cope with the situation that we have, or we have a capacity to cope with the thoughts or dialogue in my mind, it will pass regardless of the intensity of this situation. So make sure to believe in yourself. It's about self-worthiness. How you are you worthy enough from your eyes? Again, seek and provide help. Be in service or live a life in service. This is something contagious, by the way. Anything you provide, you will get, whether in the same area or another area. So make sure to resonate with what you like to receive by giving these things or by. Finally, have a spiritual connection, being able to connect spiritually with your with Allah, with your God. There is a different way of coping that can be boosted by a spiritual connection. Yeah. Now, how do you feel now? Yeah, let's discuss it on chat. Share with me, what do you feel now?
For me, it's a great, and I'm inspired by your work. This is really great. But I would like to know, will shift be in Arabic or in English?
Yeah, both, inshallah. Both. نحو العافية. نحو العافية in Arabic and will shift in English. Yeah.
Great, because we have a lack in Arabic language, so
Sure.
it's a move to have more work and startups in Arabic regarding the mental health and well-being. Yeah.
True, 100%. Yeah. Share with me, what do you feel, guys?
Share with us, how do you feel? Excited and delighted. Okay. May, happy. How do you feel?
Nice. Thank you, Ola. Ruba. Thank you. Thank you, Liam. Thank you, Ragad. Nice. Thank you, Rasha. Anyone would like to share?
Anyone else?
Okay, I think no one would like to share. We already shared. Okay. I thought it would be a great idea to keep space for Q&A. So
Yes.
anyone would like to, because I know this topic had a lot of questions, especially for the graphs that we already illustrated. So anyone who's interested to ask any questions, I would be delighted to answer.
Any question? مين عنده أسئلة يا جماعة؟ Let's...
And you can ask in Arabic, by the way.
Yes.
Feel free to ask in any language. Thank you, Anna. Thank you.
أنا ممكن مش سؤال عبير، هو هيك يعني شغلة كنت أفكر فيها، أو it's something that I have been thinking of, is that making the effort to keep yourself in flow and in a good feeling, and cultivating the heart intelligence is something that does not come natural to us because of the different environments that we are in, because keeping yourself among, let's say, this positive environment all the time, where you don't need any of these tools, is not applicable. This is what I was thinking, because I sometimes I do keep all these things, journaling, meditating, watching my thoughts, all of these things, and it's great, and my emotional state is great. But after, if I leave these things for a while, things collapse. So it's challenging to keep positive, negative world. Let's say not negative, but you cannot.
Yeah, you can categorize it as a negative. It's not a good, by the way. It's not a good or bad things. Being positive, with having a positive, and I will go through this just to go with your question. Thank you very much, Rania, for your question. Actually, this is something that we should go through again, because all what we are saying now is not about being false positive. It's about being aware of your emotional status and being agile about your emotional status, because this is normal. Having frustration is normal, but how many times are you frustrated in a daily basis, and what you are doing with your frustration? What is the coping mechanism of frustration? This is another story. So the thing is not about you should be in this stage only. No, it's normal, and this is our daily normal emotional experiences. But having being aware, presence, having presence, or being present in the moment, being mindful, and trying your coping mechanism in any situation will make your threshold higher, so that these states are not affecting your optimal functioning. That's all. But of course, we are humans and we are alive. So this is something related to being alive. To have negative emotions, this is super normal, and we should not consider these emotions as something that we should ignore, because this is something toxic, which is called false positivity. No, we should embrace all our states, because of course, for example, one of my dad, if he's sick, of course I will be sad. It's normal to be sad about my father's health condition, but if this sadness will make me just cry and leave him, and not working on my thesis or not working on my startup, yeah, this is something that we should work on by these actions that we just mentioned. And again, embrace all your status and be aware of yourself and this status, just to make sure that you are just to make sure that you have the right coping mechanism for you, because my coping mechanism may be different from Rania, and the thing that make me happy is different than Rania. Of course, we have something standard for all of us, like journaling or meditation or prayers in general. But there is some tweaks between that is different from each one to another. I think there is some questions from. Yeah, I have social media, Ruba, and I will share it, inshallah, with email with Rania with the resources. Okay, so you can follow me. Thank you very much, Ruba. Delighted that you liked the session. Ragad, thank you. Ragad, how can we apply heart intelligence in controlling frustration and disappointment? Interesting. As we just discussed, we should know that frustration and disappointment is something normal for us as a humans. This is one of the things. Being away from denial state is a good thing. And another thing is to being aware of the cause of frustration and disappointment. Sometimes, Ragad, the disappointment and frustration comes from our high expectation from the surrounding or from others, which means we should fine-tune our expectation to be more realistic. This is one of the things. Another thing is to use these techniques that we just mentioned. being aware of your thoughts, counting these thoughts and notice if they are blocking or enabling thoughts. Are we building on the blocking thoughts so that we have dialogues about our disappointment and frustration, and we are going through attitudes, bad attitudes or bad behaviors to ourselves or others? So this is something need good awareness as well. Focus breathing, and as I mentioned, again, having a great connection with, so a great spiritual connection and a strong support system. Support system is not always your, maybe a mentor will be a great support system in some areas, maybe your mother, maybe your best friend, but make sure those individuals are make you feel better and can help you solve the situation rather than just listening to you. Of course, listening to you and effective listening is great, but also provides you with solution for your situation will be great. As I mentioned, there is a focus breathe. The main components are focus breathing, journaling, and focus. Shift your focus and using a self-care tool just to monitor your status. Ragad, by the way, this cannot be done without self-awareness. Being self-aware about yourself is a great tool to start with. That's why through, let me just share with you this. That's why, as you can see, the first step of our model on Larimar on building our technology or while coaching or mentoring, as we are providing coaching and mentoring services, we start with a self-discovery journey, because without a self-discovery journey, we cannot activate a great heart intelligence or heart intuitive or an intuitive heart. This is something that you should work on, then building emotional agility, and again, all the other steps. We just mentioned in details the heart intelligence. I will go other questions. My AI role in creating your product, how your product is interactive for users. Sometimes false positivity is useful and life-saving. True, yeah, 100%. This is okay. I will check from Ola. But about, nice question. AI is the implementation tool for the engine, because the rhythmic behavior of each individual can be identified based using emotion AI algorithms. So here we are using emotion AI. Also, the representation of the knowledge, meaning the representation of your vital signs and your answers, is done through something called neurofuzzy modeling, which is a model that embraces AI algorithms. Again, how your product is interactive for users, meaning, I mean by interactive, having a journey that is personal. So you don't have, you will not see your results without your name. You will not see a message from us for you. For example, hello Abeer, this is recommended for you today. Hello Abeer, this is these are your progress for previous month. So it's just tweaks within the journey that can make it more personal. And of course, this is related to the journey, but the provided materials are based on the rhythmic behavior of the individual. And the rhythmic behavior is identified based on assessments, feedback from the user, and the research that we have built through our journey on Larimar. I think, Ola, as an electrical engineer, how did you start your interest in researching and reading about feelings and how to control and deal with them? Actually, Ola, thank you for your question. I'm not, let's say, working on controlling our emotions, because control means that there is something that is outrage, or that is something in chaos, then we are going to make it much tighter. But for our emotions, this is not the case. I think all emotions are valid, and emotions are data and signals to know and connect with yourself, and make sure that you are doing the right thing based on your core values. So try to manage, let's say, your feelings. That's why this is something that I'm interested in. And about, I'm an electrical engineer, right? But I'm super interested in emotions, and how our heart is connected with our emotions, and the autonomic nervous system response. So this is something that I'm passionate about my from my early days, actually, in school and in university, whether in my bachelor degree or my master's degree, it's the same. I'm passionate about psychology and knowing more people and our emotions. Okay, it started, by the way, no worries, Ola. It started by my master thesis. The emotion detection is started by my master thesis. Larimar started as a master thesis, building on a master thesis that already done. Then we go through a more comprehensive model with a commercialized approach. This is something that is related to Larimar, but my interest in psychology, emotion detection, and any medical application related to embracing and the use of engineering to augment people is something that I'm passionate about. Yeah, no, it's from the heart only. We started the induction lab, a lab that you can see in our video, in our YouTube channel. You will see the induction lab that we have. We have device called Nexus 10 with sensors, vital that collect vital signs, and we had also Insight helmet. It's a helmet that you can wear and collect EEG. But until now, we have only data that is collected from our vital signs and our heart and skin conductance level. These are the main things. Yeah, of course, it could be done by EEG, and there is some experiments and research about EEG, but the thing is, EEG is subjected only for research purposes rather than commercialized purposes. That's why we are focusing on building a commercialized product to be on a massive scale for customers or organizations. Yeah. Any question?
Anyone else would like to ask any question? No questions?
Yeah, I think no questions.
Yeah, thank you, Rasha.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Rasha.
Thank you, Mai. Okay. So by this, we can end our session. I really enjoyed having you, and I would love to visit you at the business park. So wait me.
Of course. Thank you, my dear. Of course, you're welcome.
Yeah, and welcome to Transformative Technology, as one of our members. And yeah, so maybe we can host you again for another topic after you launch will shift up. And yeah,
Inshallah.
Thank you everyone.
Inshallah, I will be delighted.
Yeah, we too. Thank you everyone for attending, and see you in next sessions.
Inshallah. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.